I really think that once I started implementing this, the results in my manifesting just took off. Like things that I've been trying for so long were finally showing up in such unexpected ways. I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but sometimes when it comes to manifesting, it feels like so much time and effort that when results aren't showing up quickly, usually one of two things happens. Either you push harder and spend more time and try more techniques and try and control the whole thing, or you sort of give up and surrender to whatever life throws at your way. And let me tell you from experience that neither of these things are gonna get you the results that you want. So let me share with you something that does work. This has worked for me, and this has worked for so many of my clients and students too. And it truly only takes about 5 minutes. Trust me on this one. You are going to want to start implementing this as soon as possible because it really makes manifesting what you want so much easier. This will be something that makes everything sort of click for you. Hello and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I'm Mary Kate and I'm a mindset coach and manifesting expert focused on getting you transformational results. My whole channel is all about manifesting, the law of attraction with meditations and more, where I share the tools you need to get the results you want. I post brand new videos every Wednesday, so be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. And really quickly, go ahead and hit that little thumbs up button below if you are going to be trying this out. I share these tools with you to really help you get those results you want. So I love seeing everyone as a collective creating your lives on your terms. So when you hit that little thumbs up button, look at how many people are right there with you, holding this space for you, this powerful collective energy. So once you do that, let's get into this 5-minute bridge manifesting exercise and how it works. So the way this exercise works is by clearing any energetic resistance that you're holding around the thing that you're trying to manifest. Because really, limits and resistance are the only things actually standing in the way between you and what you want. That's it, limits and resistance. And some of you might be sitting there saying, well, no, there's more than that. There's circumstances, there's the issue of timing, and I'm sure you could come up with a million other reasons that stand between you and what you want. But really, truly, it really only is limits and energetic resistance. Got it? That is why I'm telling you that this exercise is so magical and freeing. You have to get your brain and your body all on board, working together, not conflicting each other. Now, here is how it all works. And honestly, I highly encourage you to maybe set a timer on your phone for 5 minutes once you start this, so that that issue of forcing and trying and controlling doesn't start popping up for you. Because being honest, I know that some of you will try and do this for 10 minutes or 20 minutes or hours, thinking that if you do it longer, that it will work faster. But I've done the work on this one. And trust me, 5 minutes is the really sweet spot. Just 5 minutes. So to start this exercise, you need to pick a place where you can get into a meditative state. Don't do this while driving or doing anything that requires your immediate focus. You need a safe, quiet, comfortable space where you can sort of get into the zone. And like I said, it's only 5 minutes, so you can find time at some point in your day to do this. I mean, honestly, you can even do this right before you go to bed, since you're already in sort of that quiet, safe space where you can get into that meditative state. So once you get into this quiet, meditative type space, you are going to choose one thing that you're manifesting as the focus. You can really change it each time you do this, but for the 5 minutes, you're going to focus on just that one thing that you're manifesting, just completely laser focused on just one thing. There's a special trick about this that I'll share more about in a minute, but let's get into the technique first. So once you're in that quiet, meditative state and you choose your focus, whatever it is that you're intending to manifest, you are going to close your eyes, relax your body, and quiet your mind. And you're gonna take 3 deep breaths in, counting to 5 on each inhale and 5 on each exhale. So you breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feel free to go slower. And once you take those 3 breaths, you are going to visualize this thing, whatever it is that you chose that you're manifesting. And you're gonna picture it directly across the room from you. And by the way, if you struggle to visualize and actually see the picture of what it is that you're trying to manifest, you're not alone. I made a whole video where I show you how to visualize in sort of a different way that's also really effective. So if you don't see that like clear type picture, be sure to watch that video after this. I'm gonna leave a link up here and a link down below. So you are going to visualize what it is that you chose as your focus, whatever it is that you're manifesting, directly across the room from you. And make it far enough apart that there's a decent amount of space between you and this thing. And as you see this thing across the room from you, I want you to imagine that between you and then this thing that you desire, there are 10 stepping stones forming a little bridge. And as you step on the first stepping stone, you're going to say this affirmation either out loud or in your head, whichever feels best for you. There's no right or wrong. So on this first stone, you're going to say, there is nothing stopping me from having this. And as you say this, you have to connect with it. You have to feel all of the reasons that you've made up of why it's hard or why it's not possible. You have to feel those unnecessary feelings begin to fall away from you. You can almost picture it as this suit of armor that you've been wearing for so long, made of all the limits that you chose to believe are true. And you can feel it sort of slowly falling and breaking away from you, making you a clear, open channel to receive. So as you step on the first stepping stone, you're going to say, there is nothing stopping me from having this, feeling that almost disarmed feeling, letting all those limits fall away from you. And then as you step on the next stepping stone, you're going to say the affirmation, there are no limits, of course I can have this. Really connecting to that sense of power, that reminder that what you desire is obvious and inevitable. Of course you can have this. And knowing that if other people already have this thing, that is proof that it's possible for you. So why not you? Why not now? Of course you can have this. So like I said, there are 10 stepping stones on this bridge between you and what it is that you want across the room from you. So you are going to alternate between these two affirmations as you step stone to stone. So the first stone's affirmation is, there is nothing stopping me from having this. And then when you go to the next stone, it's, there are no limits, of course I can have this. Just alternating back and forth as you step to each stone. There is nothing stopping me from having this. Step, there are no limits, of course I can have this. Do this at your own pace. Don't just rush through it. Try and connect to it. The more you connect to it, the easier this will work for you. So you keep alternating these affirmations until you reach the 10th stone. So by the end of this little bridge, each affirmation should be said 5 times each. And once you reach the final stone, you're going to imagine yourself standing right in front of this thing that you want. You've crossed the bridge, you've made it, you're right in front of what you want, with no more obstacles, no more limits, no more reasons why not. And as you stand in front of this thing that you want, you're going to say, I am open and ready to receive this or better in the best possible way. Again, the affirmation is, I am open and ready to receive this or better in the best possible way, leaving a little room for magic always. And then from then until however long until that timer goes off, or better yet, don't worry about the time. However long feels best to you, so that space between you say this affirmation until the time is up, you are going to allow yourself to sit in the feeling of certainty. That you know for sure that this thing is yours and you don't care how or when or where it will come from because it doesn't even matter. You are just so sure of it. And then when the time is up, that's it. That is the manifesting bridge technique. This is my own personal technique that I've created and I've used with so many of my clients with tremendous results. So I wanted to make this video to share it with you so that you can try it out too. And really quickly, just to recap, because I know that sounds like a lot of information, but it's not, just trust me. So here's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to get into a quiet meditative state, take full 3 deep full breaths, counting to 5 on each inhale and exhale. And then you imagine whatever it is that you desire, whatever you chose as your focus, being directly across the room from you with a stepping stone bridge of 10 stones between you and this thing that you want. And as you step on the first stone, you're going to connect with and say the affirmation, there is nothing stopping me from having this. And then as you step to the second stone, you're going to connect with and say the affirmation, there are no limits, of course I can have this. Alternating back and forth until you reach the 10th stone, and then you stand directly in front of whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, feeling totally free from all the limits you chose to believe, and you're going to repeat, I am open and ready to receive this or better in the best possible way. And then you just sit in the feeling of certainty for either until your timer goes off or until it feels right, whichever feels best for you. This is something you have to feel out for yourself. I like to set the 5-minute time limit if you're one of those people who is going to go overboard and try and force and control everything. If you're very type A and controlling, then you're gonna wanna set the timer. And then that's it. It might sound like a lot of steps, but trust me, once you do this once or twice, you'll sort of get into the hang of it. And it really is extremely easy. Just 2 affirmations alternating back and forth, 10 times to form the bridge while releasing limits, releasing feelings, getting clear on what you want. It's extremely powerful. This truly is such an effective way to release resistance and shift into certainty about getting to have what you want so that you can simply just receive. You will start to see results really quickly with this one, and it really only takes about 5 minutes. And also, as a side note, while you can change your focus every day for this 5-minute exercise, you can change it up to different things that you're trying to manifest each time. I personally find that it's most effective if you do this 5-minute exercise for just one thing as your focus and commit to that one thing for 21 days. So just this one focus, 5 minutes a day for 21 days. And the reason behind 21 days, I don't like to just throw random numbers at you without giving you the science behind it, but it takes 21 days for your brain to really start forming new neural pathways. So I find it very effective if you stick with one focus because it starts to kind of form that neural pathway and you continue through with it. And I also wanted to add, if you want to add in a little bit of a bonus sort of energetic boost to this 5-minute exercise, you can pair this exercise with my law of assumption meditation. I will leave a link up here and a link down below for you, but these two really go hand in hand and they work wonders together. It's a nice little sort of energetic boost. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell notification so you get notified whenever I post a new video. And if you aren't already, be sure to follow me over on Instagram and TikTok at MK Magic Mindset. I share tons of law of attraction tips, tricks, and resources. And if you want to learn more about my trainings and programs and meditations, you can visit my website at mkmagicmindset.com. And I'll see you in the next one.